first school today is Concordian International School. I'm going to just introduce Concordian, and we'll bring our speaker, Varnnee Ross, on the stage today. Concordian International School promotes academic excellence while nurturing young people to become moral and intellectual leaders, people of dignity, integrity, and compassion who want to make a difference in the world. Concordian's IB program is an English-Chinese immersion program in the early years and primary years programs, so nursery grade through grade 4. From grades 5 to 12, the main language of instruction is English, while Chinese and Thai are studied as additional languages. And I now have coming to the stage with me right now.
Hello.
Hello, Miss Varnnee. And I really apologize if I'm going to destroy your family name. This is my
I can introduce myself. It's okay.
Okay.
My Thai last name is Chearavanont.
Chearavanont. Thank you.
Yes, my husband name or my married name is Ross. Yes.
Excellent. Fantastic. It's so wonderful to meet you. And thank you for joining us for the 2022 BKK Kids Virtual School Summit. As I've done with all of the speakers yesterday, I want to offer you just one opportunity before I ask you some questions. I gave the sort of standard introduction for Concordian. Is there any other one piece of information?
I think that the introduction was wrong because we do the immersion program in the nursery to grade 4, and Chinese and English is the main instruction of the language. That means when you are in the Chinese class and doing unit of inquiry or doing the IB, it's all in Chinese.
Oh, well, I apologize.
Yes.
I'm
yes.
already
Only
looking at this.
Thai is taught as a language as an extra language, but in the whole PYP, we have an immersion program. That means half of the time, the kid will be in a room immersed in Chinese, and the other half of the time in English.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Well, thank you for that correction. Look at that. We start out and I've already swung and missed. I apologize for that.
Yes, but in the upper school, the other two is taught as a language. Yes.
Okay.
That means 6th grade and above. We reset the curriculum, and main of the curriculum, IB curriculum, which is MYP, the year program, and the DP is in English. But every day they will be studying Chinese and Thai as additional language. That happened after 6th grade.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Well, before I kick off the questions with you, I want to remind everyone that we are live right now. And so if you're joining us on Facebook, if you are joining us on YouTube, feel free to put any of your questions into the chat, and Ms. Varnnee and I will see them, and so we'll be able to respond to them. But my first question for you is, can you tell us just some, key points about Concordian? Tell us some of the overview and what makes Concordian special for you.
Well, I would say that you read the mission statement. We want to strive for academic excellence. But the core of Concordian mission is to create leader with compassion. And I think that's very much needed in this world. And that's my personal focus and my personal mission, which is actually have become the mission of the whole school. And I believe that management and teachers that are at the school, even including our parents, have a similar belief. The IB curriculum is quite vigorous and very, how could I say, worldwide accepted as one of the best curriculum. And personally, I also love the curriculum. It may not suit everybody, but personally, I felt that the kid gained so much from going through the whole IB program, so from the little one all the way to the DP.
From the PYP to the MYP to the IB, yeah.
Yes, and we focus, and most importantly, we focus a lot on reflection, self-reflection, and self-reflection to society. And a lot of service that we do, I think way beyond the requirement of the IB. And that, to me, I felt like if you have a knowledge and you don't have compassion, then you use your knowledge maybe in the wrong way. But if you have compassion, then your knowledge will always be used at the right place, because you will know what to do, what not to do, because you always think of other and be compassionate to them. But the people always remember us more like the language, we taught 3 different languages. And that's really special because I don't think there's anywhere else that doing an English-Chinese immersion program like us, where that since nursery, when you enter into the Chinese homeroom, everybody speaks Chinese. And then you move to English homeroom and everybody speak English. And when you go to Thai for a Thai lesson, they speak Thai. And that means that unit of inquiry, presentation as they get older, is all done in the language. Like if this unit is Chinese, then it will be presented in Chinese. All the teaching will be in Chinese. So they're like, how could I say? It's not like you're going to learning a language. Like if you do a project on endangered animals, that will be presented in Chinese. The whole lecture, everything is in Chinese. Then when you move to the English, then everything is in English. And it took us many years to come up with our own curriculums, our own way also of teaching the language. And I think it's have been quite successful. I would say that right now, most of our 6th grade can do HHK4.
Wow.
Yes, and many by 10th grade can do HHK 6, which is the highest. And I could not claim that I was very successful in the beginning, but over the years, I think that for more than 10 years now, we are 20 years old, and for more than, I think, 15 years, we have been very successful because we can see the result of the kids that go from nursery with our developed curriculum all the way to 12th grade. Some of them is able to study at prestigious university like Tsinghua in Chinese, and their parents don't even know Chinese. And
Wow.
I'm so proud of them. And they live in Thailand their whole life.
Tell me more about the acceptance of students that are coming out of Concordia. What kind of, you just mentioned one Chinese school there. What other places do you find them going to around the globe?
Oh, they go everywhere. America, Canada, Australia, Thailand. And we could say that more than 50% of our students got accepted to top 50 in the world.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's fantastic.
And we did the statistic and get the real number where they really attended and graduate. And many of them go on to master's school that even more higher than the school that they attend. But to me, that's that part of their hard work. I need to give the credit to the kid, and I give the credit to the IB curriculum. But what I feel that I think the kid who graduate from Concordian have certain particular character. They have a self-concern about ethical in their business and things like that, and compassion to help other people. And we hear that from the publics. When they meet our kid, we have people who met our student who graduate and work with them, and because they were so impressed, they bring their kid to our school.
That's fantastic.
Because of they believe that we how could I say, we nurture a certain character for the kid. And also the credit to the IB with all the projects they do. We already have many startup entrepreneur. That even though many of my kids, they come from a business family, but they step out from their own family and do a lot of startup.
Oh, wow. Excellent. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Excellent. Tell me more about the makeup of the school, like in terms of class size, student to teacher ratio. What does it look like in the classrooms with these immersion programs? Does that mean, there's 5 kids in a class? Is there 20 kids?
No. They're in nursery, 16.
Okay.
And then in grade 1 up, about 18. And they are teacher assistant, specialists, CSL, Chinese as a second language, or English as a second language for some kid who need extra help, things like that. If you add all, we probably have 4 to 1 teacher.
Oh, nice. Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, but I think that we reduce the number quite a lot because we realize that learning three different languages at the same time is important. Every minute of the day count.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that less number, teacher can have more attention to each kid, something like that.
Excellent.
Yes.
And if I am considering matriculating or coming to Concordian from another school, or if, let's say, my family just came to Thailand, will my child be at a disadvantage if they haven't had the immersion program, or how does that work in
I
Concordian?
think that if you have one strong language and you're still in EYP, that means like before 6 years old, before grade one, we can accommodate that because we discover that a lot of time young kid can pick up the language quite fast, especially the speaking language of Chinese. Maybe the written and the writing is hard, but the speaking language of Chinese in the immersion program is quite fast.
Okay.
But after grade one, it's a bit difficult because of the kid already learned pinyin. They already know over 200-300 characters and things like that. In grade one, this is really quite good. They are already done with their phonics for English. There's already reading in English, and Thai is also beginning. And I would say that another best time to join Concordian again is like 5th grade. In 5th grade, we make most of the unit of inquiry in English. So majority of the learning is in English, but the Chinese is concentrate on capturing what we have learned to review the whole 8 years before to make sure that they are very strong. And then if the new student come in, we would help them with Chinese. I mean, they'll be in a separate class to start beginning. 6th grade also, 6th grade. Many people join us in 6th grade, and we would do a beginning Chinese class for them.
Oh, okay. Excellent. That's fantastic. Thank you for that review.
Yes. So I think, middle school to high school, you still get really good Chinese from us because the way we taught Chinese is very different.
I'm sure.
And that we did many research, and our Chinese teachers also like really hardworking. I mean, all the teachers very hardworking because to be an IB teacher, you have to be hardworking.
Sure, absolutely.
But we work a lot on curriculums and things like that, and how to make Chinese easier for the kid.
Fantastic. I just want to remind everyone, I see many people in the room with us now in Facebook and in YouTube. I'm here with Mrs. Varnnee, who is the school director and the founder of Concordian International School. We only have a few more minutes before we move into the formal presentation from Concordian. If you do have a question, please throw it in the chat and we can obviously get that answered for you now. But if you want to ask a little later as well, we continue to monitor the chat throughout the day, and so we can certainly pass on your question. There is one question for you, and I think we answered this, but let's just review. Anuradha Sinhamatur asks what the class size is in the secondary school, and I know that you talked about the primary school, but do you also know the class size in the secondary
class size in the school is about 20.
Okay.
22, sometimes 22, depend on the sometimes we have teachers, children and things like that came,
Okay.
But usually at about 20, 18 to 20. But actually, it's actually less because in the upper school, we separate the language level.
Okay.
And also we break down the mathematics. So that means if you're learning 3 languages in at least a lot of your classes, you have less student. Yes.
Fantastic. And is there anything that you'd like to close out with, Ms. Varnnee? Is there any final words that you'd like to put on the table to encourage people to come check out Concordian?
I think that you have to. I always encourage people to do a deep understanding of what is the IB curriculum before joining the IB school, any IB school. And then visit many schools that is also teach Chinese. Then come to us and see how we are different because we are quite complicated. Even in the upper school, we rotate the time so that every class have the morning time. We are very complicated in many ways. Even the class, the way we rotate the language, the homeroom, everything. So if you have a basic understanding of the IB curriculum, and understand of how other schools teach Chinese, which I'm not saying good or bad. We're just saying that we are different. So when you come to visit us, you have a clear mind of how to compare whether our school is suitable for your kid or not. Because I would say that we are not suitable for everybody. But if somebody seriously wanted the children to really learn both English and Chinese very well, and Thai, if they want, because Thai is taught every day.
Sure.
I would say that definitely come and visit us. And I think there's a word said that only when you come to visit us, you will see the difference.
Fantastic. Mrs. Varnnee, I can't thank you enough for being our first presenter today with Concordian and taking time out of your day to put the school on the table for everybody so that they'll come visit you. Thank you so much. I'm now going to move on to the formal presentation, but I wish you the best rest of your day.
Thank you. Sawadee.
Sawadee. All right. And with that, I am going to move on to the formal presentation from Concordian without any further ado.